Drew Alba here with manager of the Walla Walla Sweets, Colby Watilo, for another edition of Countdown with Colby. There we go. Again, it's becoming a trend, and you know what else is becoming a trend, Colby? Series with the Pippins. Second one here in Yakima. There's a lot of teams in the West Coast we haven't even played once. You get them twice. What goes into a mindset playing a team twice in such a short time period?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good. We're able to make some informed adjustments off what we did the first time we played them. I think both rosters are a little bit different from the first time. I think there's going to be a lot of new faces on the field for both teams. You know, as we kind of looked as a coaching staff at the Pippins and you look through their lineup, they ran out the last couple of games against Portland, and there's quite a few names in there that we don't remember seeing in week one when we played them. So, you know, there's some things that we can take. There's some ways that they like to play that we can learn from, but it's also making adjustments to what they're doing with the guys that they have now.
From a pure win-loss perspective, you know, Walla Walla on one hand is going up where the Pippins are going the other direction. How do you take advantage of a team that's struggling, although just played against Portland Pickles that are, you know, absolutely rolling as well?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it comes out, and I think we try to keep the focus on what we're doing and playing our brand of baseball. Yeah, the record is what it is for both sides, but you know, it's Yakima, Walla Walla. It's always going to be a little bit more there. There's going to be things that happen, and we're going to have to be ready to go fight and kind of take care of business, play our best baseball to go come out of Yakima with a win.
In game one against the North Paws, you put up just one run. Flashback a couple weeks, you put up just one run against Yakima in game number one against them as well. Then you come back in game 2 and 3, and in both series averaged 9 runs in game 2 and 3. But we're in game number 1 here. How do you go out offensively and come out hot?
Yeah, I think it's about making adjustments quicker. There's been some games so far this year that we haven't done a great job of making adjustments to starting pitching in game 1 of series. And so hopefully tonight we can make adjustments to how they're trying to attack us. You know, they're going to have some informed decisions that they can make on how they want to attack us. And so it's trying to make those adjustments faster than they do. Hopefully get out to a lead early and play with the lead, trying to take the momentum here early on in the series.
In yesterday's ball game, your offense puts up 15 runs. How fun was that being in the dugout?
Yeah, it was a blast. It's fun to see the guys playing loose, playing free. You know, getting extra base hits, taking extra bases on the base paths. It's a lot of fun to be a part of. 5
runs after the first 5 batters. I was going berserk in the booth. The top of the lineup really produced, but the 1 through 9 did as well. How do you continue to get production from not just the top 3 or 4 hitters, but everyone from 1 to 9?
Yeah, I think it's everyone having consistently strong at-bats. You know, no matter where we're at in the lineup, I think guys doing their job, setting the table for whoever might be following them, whether that's the top of the order, setting the table for the middle guys. It's the bottom of the order, setting the table for us to turn the lineup back over to the top. And so I think if we keep doing that, keep having consistently competitive at-bats, you know, our lineup is deep, and 1 through 9, doesn't matter who we have in there. We have the ability to score and score a lot of runs fast. So it's a fun offense to watch.
Second time you've been here, it's 293 down both lines with about 20 feet walls. Does your strategy change at all as what you tell batters in these very weird dimensions?
Not too much. I think the big thing for us is going to be trying to stay on a line and not seeing 290 down the corners and all of a sudden feeling we need to elevate things. You know, it's, the park is big, you know, not a ton of home runs hit unless it's down the lines. And so, you know, today where the temperatures are a little cooler, there's a stronger wind than we had the last time we were here. That's not going to help hitters out. We need to stay on a line and make sure that the balls we're putting in play, we're putting in, you know, hitting them hard and low, putting pressure on their defense.
Defensively, does it change it at all from the outfield perspective, playing off these 20-foot walls and all the hops?
Yeah, I think a little bit, you know, for some guys getting used to playing in the corners. Luckily, you know, Johnny and Cole were both here the first time that we played. You know, Andrew Demanu is going to get the start in left, his first time here in Yakima with us. But I'm not too worried about his ability to run the ball down. I think with the way the wind's blowing, it might allow us to play a little bit more shallower and challenge them to try to hit it over our heads, maybe take away some of those like lazier base hits that drop over the infield. So.
Our question of the day with manager of the Walla Walla Sweets, Colby Watilo. It's my favorite segment. I don't know if it's yours.
It's yeah. I'm enjoying it. It's great, yeah.
All right, so I got one for you today. You're not too many years out of the game, right? You played just, what was it?
2019 was when I graduated.
2019. You play all 3 games in the series. What's your slash line at the end of it if you're playing behind the plate?
Oh man, I don't know if you've looked at my college stats, but hitting.
You're just taking over for Estabrook and Nikhil Beasley. You getting a hit?
I'm getting a hit, I hope. Yeah, trying to find some ways to get on base. I was a defensive catcher by trade, so I'm hopefully if I'm hitting 200
somewhere above the Mendoza,
200 and 250 and playing solid defense and throwing guys out, I think that was a solid weekend for me.
That's very solid. Maybe you touch home plate one time.
Oh yeah, 250 average maybe, but on base, hopefully pushing that 400. Take some walks and find some ways to get on base. Sack bunt. I could bunt a little. Bunt.
There you go. In a near 60-game season, how many games has it taken you to take 1 yard? Maybe send it into the wind at Burlesky and send out to left.
I had one college home run. It was a grand slam against Linfield.
Oh, that's electric.
Yeah, so I do have a collegiate home run under my belt.
How did that feel?
Oh, it was great. Senior year. Let's go. It was one of towards the end of the year, yeah. And playing at George Fox, Linfield is a crosstown rival, so grand slam against your rivals as the only collegiate home run you hit isn't too bad.
That's super cool. I asked Owen yesterday after he won the player of the game, is there any better feeling than hitting a homer? He said no. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say that's a tough one to top. As a hitter especially, that's a tough one to top. I think as a pitcher, I'm sure there's some, you don't know hitter, something, take it deep, take a start deep or something like that. Double-digit punch-outs. I think that's probably a pretty good feeling too. But
grand slam home run. This guy, who knew about it? He can manage. He can hit homers. Thanks so much, Colby.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks, Drew. Go Sweets.